Welcome to Speranța Shelter, the home of hope for Romanian dogs. We take care of about 500 dogs, giving them a chance at a new life and showing them that the life can be better.
Rescued dogs benefit from playgrounds, a veterinary clinic, a dog spa, and plenty of empathy.
We are here since 2006, but our story is older than that.
The story of Speranța Shelter began back in 2001, with 300 souls. In less than a week, the Tomescu family saved 300 dogs that were about to be euthanized by the authorities.
My whole life I was surrounded by dogs and cats, even when I was living in an apartment. To have a pet while you are living in an apartment, it was something unheard. My mother founded the shelter when she simply had nowhere else to take the rescue dogs.
Years of hardship followed, with the shelter being relocated multiple times. A ray of hope appeared in 2006, when the foundation received its current land as a donation. Brick by brick, kennel by kennel, Speranța Shelter grew into one of the largest private shelters in Romania. Anca Tomescu was initially a member of several international organizations. Together with her teams, she has rescued, treated, and spayed or neutered hundreds of thousands of animals across multiple continents. At Speranța, she was first involved as a veterinarian, before fully dedicating herself to the shelter founded by her mother.
I always like to say about our clinic that if these walls we have mouths to speak, will tell you millions of stories, happy stories. Because actually here in our small clinic is happening everything when it's about saving animals. We treat them, operate them, save them, vaccinate, deworming, everything what a dog needs. Also here in this clinic, we develop a sterilization project for stray cats, but also for stray dogs, because they also need our help. But most of the time, all the dogs that are living in Speranța Shelter are coming here on this table for medical check. This is very, very important because only in this way we are sure 100% that our dogs are healthy.
Among those saved here was Grivița, a female dog who has suffered particularly brutal abuse. Her case spread across all of Romania. Negrilă is another dog who was literally put back together like a puzzle after being hit by a train. He was adopted and remains to this day one of our most successful stories. Zena came to us with her back legs paralyzed after being hit by a car. We took her in, went through a long course of physiotherapy, and eventually got her back on all four paws. Pluto arrived at Speranța looking like a character from a horror movie, suffering from a severe skin disease and multiple injuries. Anca Tomescu provided all his treatments, and a beautiful bond formed between them. In the end, she adopted him, and he now lives with her alongside her other dogs and cats. Speranța Shelter runs its own dog rehabilitation and desensitization program, making it unique in Romania and quite rare across Europe. The experts involved in the Messengers of Hope program work with the dogs both in the shelter and outside of it. Each week, they take the dogs to the park to help them get used to life beyond the shelter. Curcanu was rescued in 2023 from an apartment of horrors, where he had been living in captivity alongside other dogs. None of them had ever been outside. What followed was a long healing process. A woman from England saw him and came to the shelter for months to support him through his rehabilitation. In the end, he was adopted, and today he lives a happy life in London. The team is often involved in rescue missions from shelters of horror, such as the Suraya and Uzunu cases, as well as from public shelters where conditions are dreadful. Dogs coming from such places are deeply traumatized and go through rehabilitation. Greuceanu was one such case. After being rescued and cared for at Speranța, he was eventually adopted by a responsible family. Speranța has become more than just a shelter and is the only NGO with an integrated approach that includes rescue and care, rehabilitation, responsible adoptions, school education, and nationwide spay and neuter campaigns. It is also involved in public policy for animal welfare, striving to create lasting change. Hundreds of students have interacted with the dogs so far, both at the shelter and in schools. Starting in 2026, the education program will expand with a digital component, allowing it to reach even more schools. For our education, as well as nationwide spay and neuter campaigns, the focus is placed on prevention so that fewer lives of suffering end up on the streets. The team members have coordinated over 200,000 sterilizations through their careers. Celebrities from Romania across sports, music and film such as Helmut Ducadam, Carmen Tănase and Andy Moisescu, as well as international artists like Hathaway, have visited the shelter. Speranța Shelter doubled its number of responsible adoptions in 2025, and its mission is carried forward by 3 different generations of women.
Prima rugăminte ar fi să nu mai existe niciodată în lume cruzime și nedreptate contra animalelor, care sunt niște ființe neajutorate care nu se pot apăra. Aș vrea să avem mai multă putere să-i ocrotim și să facem o educație în poporului, lumii pentru chestia asta. Și cea mai importantă dorință legată de adăpost ar fi ca donatorii să înțeleagă că aici este o activitate extraordinar de frumoasă și de bună pentru animale, nu este o afacere, și să ne sprijine cât de mult pot, cu multă încredere, pentru că noi nu facem altceva decât să folosim donațiile în scopul pentru care ne sunt date.
This is a very important brochure done by Speranța team because we speak about adoption and we guide the people to adopt with responsibility, and we explain them the rules. Free, we call it in our language, and we explain them how a dog that is adopted for a shelter will react in the first 3 days, in the first 3 weeks, and then in the first 3 months. If you read this brochure and you fully understand, you are ready to adopt a real dog. Otherwise, maybe you can take one like that and learn a little bit more, and after a while you come and adopt a real one.
Working and saving animals has completely changed my life. I discovered a great satisfaction in it, and I encourage all the young generations to get involved in animal welfare. You can get involved, you can volunteer, it will change your life.